Hi, welcome back, and welcome if it's your first time joining me here. I'm Rainbow Janet, and I'm so glad that you could be here along with me. I can't wait to go on adventures with you. We're going to become rainbow food explorers, and we're going to discover amazing things about food all together. Last time, we talked about rainbows. Do you remember all the colors in the rainbow? Can you help me say the rainbow colors together? Let's try it. We're going to use my flag again. Let's start over here. The rainbow colors are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Last time, we talked about looking for all the colors on your plate whenever you eat. Do you remember what we called our plate? That's right. We called our plate a rainbow plate. And I taught you a little rhyme that you can say every time you look at your plate and you look for those beautiful colors. Did you remember the rhyme? Amazing. Let's say the rhyme all together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Rainbow plate, tell me the colors that you ate. That was amazing. Good job. Well, we also talked about how we can become rainbow food explorers. Did you remember that too? Amazing. A rainbow food explorer uses all of their senses to explore and discover all about food. Let's remember what all those senses are. Let's start with our eyes. A rainbow food explorer uses their eyes to, that's right, to look and see amazing things about food. A rainbow food explorer uses their fingers. What do your fingers do? Yes, they touch and they can feel amazing things. A rainbow food explorer uses their nose to smell. You're right. And a rainbow food explorer can use their mouth to explore food, and we can do things like, right, to taste and bite and chew and eat delicious food. That's right. And a rainbow food explorer can even use their ears to hear all kinds of things about food. Amazing. Well, are you ready to get started on our first adventure? We're going to start by exploring foods in the color red. So I went looking in my house and I looked for all the red foods that I could find. Did you do that at all too? Did you look for red foods? You're going to get to do it after if you didn't, so don't worry. Let's see what I found that was red. I found a red apple. I found a red tomato. I found these lovely dark red beans. I found this beautiful red pepper. And I found these red candies. All different foods that are red. Now, I bet there are even different foods that you could find that are red. I'm sure if you look in your house, you'll find them. And after the video, I hope you'll go and do that. But these are the red foods that I found. And we can look at them and discover lots of different things about them. We could look for the different shapes that they are. Do you notice which red foods that I found are round? Take a look. Yep. The apple is round. The tomato is round. And the candies around. We could ask so many questions as we start exploring our red foods. We could think about which ones grow from plants. Can you think of that? Which of these red foods grew from a plant? Do you know? Did the apple? That's right, apples grow on trees. What about the tomato? That's right, tomatoes grow on vines. Do you grow tomatoes at your house? Amazing. I do too. What about these red beans? Do they grow on a plant? They do. They grow inside a pod that grows on a big vine. How about the pepper? Do peppers grow from plants? They do. I grew peppers in my garden last year. Did you? Awesome. And what about the candies? Do candies grow from plants? No, they usually come in a package from the store. What else could we ask about our red foods? Which ones are juicy? Are the candies juicy? I don't think so. Is it pepper juicy? I think so, and we're going to find out soon. What about the red beans? Are they juicy? I think they're very dry, so I don't think they have juice inside. What about a tomato? Is a tomato juicy? You bet. And what about an apple? When you bite an apple, is there juice inside? Usually there is. There are so many different questions we could ask as we look and explore different red foods. We could ask, let's do one more. Which of my Rainbow Food Explorer red foods are sweet? Think of how they taste. Is an apple sweet? Usually it is. What about a tomato? Sometimes. In the summer, my tomatoes I grow are very sweet. Sometimes they're not, but I think they are a lot. How about beans? Are beans usually sweet? Sometimes, but not usually, I don't think. And peppers, are they sweet? Sometimes. Usually the peppers I taste are very sweet when I eat them. And how about the candies? I think you're right. Candies are usually sweet. Well, we could find so many ways of exploring and comparing all these red foods. But I think we should become rainbow food explorers and really go exploring with one of them. I think we'll explore the red pepper. So I'm going to move the other ones out of the way. Now, if you remember, being a rainbow food explorer is all about using all of your senses. So let's start with our eyes. Are you ready, rainbow food explorers? Okay. I'm going to use my eyes to look at this beautiful pepper. And you can do it with me. What do you notice? I notice that it has a very bright red color. Can you see anything else that you notice about it? I notice that it's shiny. I notice that it has sort of an interesting shape. If you look at it different ways, it looks different. If I turn it over, I notice that the top has something green in it. I think that's the stem. Do you know what that stem was attached to? It was attached to the plant. And if I look with my eyes, I can see the shape that it makes. What does it look like? Cool. And if I turn it over, I see some other things on the bottom. It looks bumpy. Wow. I can use my fingers to feel the pepper. I feel that it is very smooth, really smooth. And I can use my fingers to trace over all those bumps on the top of the pepper and even on the bottom of the pepper. See what I can do with my fingers? Down and around. And I can even use my fingers to move down this line here. It feels really good. I can feel how heavy the pepper is. Not too heavy. It's really easy to hold and to pick up. I wonder if it would roll. Not really. It doesn't roll. Now I'm going to use my nose and see if I smell anything of this pepper. A little bit. I also can notice that it feels cold because it was in the fridge before. We keep our peppers in the fridge. Do you? I thought so. It doesn't have too much smell when it's whole, but I can smell a little bit. And I wonder if I can hear anything. Let me shake it. No, I don't hear anything inside. Do you think there's something inside? Maybe. If I tap it, it makes a sound. Sounds a bit hollow. Wow. What else can we notice about this pepper if we explore the whole pepper? I really like the way it feels. Well, let's be rainbow food explorers and see what's inside this pepper. What do you think is going to be inside it? Maybe there might be some seeds. Do you think there will be any spaces inside? We'll find out soon. Let's have a look. Now, I have a cutting board, and you can use the cutting board when you do this at home, or you can do it on a plate. And I also have a knife, which if you have a special knife that you can use, that's great. Otherwise, maybe get your parents to help you. And I'm going to start by making a cut in the bottom of my pepper. And I'm going to listen for the sound that it makes when I cut it. Are you listening? Okay. Did you hear that? Well, so I cut off the bottom. Let's have a look at what's inside. That looks really cool, doesn't it? Let's look at this piece. What does that look like? What do you see in there? Does it remind you of anything? What shape is the bottom of the pepper? It reminds me of a flower. And I can see how many bumps? 1, 2, 3 big bumps. And look at the very inside. What does it make you think of? That looks really funny, doesn't it? And now, what do we see inside the pepper? I see lots of space, and I can see another little circle the way I cut it in the bottom. Wow. I'm going to cut it in a different way, like this. Wow, now look at what my pepper looks like when I cut it like that. What do you see? Cool. Do you see the seeds? If I take some out, show them to you. They're very tiny. And what color are those seeds? They're white. Put them there. Now I can use my fingers to feel the inside of the pepper. And if you look very closely, you'll see that the inside has a really beautiful pattern on it, and I can feel it with my finger. It's not smooth like the outside. It feels more rough. It has an interesting texture. And I can use my nose now again and see how the pepper smells. What does the smell remind you of? It reminds me of a garden with things growing in it. It smells really yummy. And I love the way when I cut the pepper, I can see different colors. I can see the red and the white, and I can see the green stem. It looks really pretty, doesn't it? And I wonder if I stand it up, yep, it will stand up all by itself because I cut the bottom. Now, I could cut this pepper into some pieces. Let's see what happens. I'm going to cut. When I cut it like that, do you see how the shape looks like this? It looks like a little candy cane. Or it looks like a letter. It looks like a letter J. J is for Janet. And when I feel the little piece of pepper, I can use my finger to feel the inside and feel how that texture is. And I can feel the outside and I can see how different it is. And shiny and smooth. Wow, really great. Now, I wonder what would happen if I take a bite of this pepper. Do you think it will make a sound? Do you think it's going to be soft or crunchy? I don't know. Let's find out. Are you ready? It's very crunchy. And you know what I noticed? It's very juicy. And it's delicious. And it's very sweet. I really like this pepper. It's delicious. Well, I used my eyes. I used my nose to explore. I used my ears to listen. I used my fingers to feel. And I used my mouth to taste. And we even used our ears to hear. That's how we become rainbow food explorers. Have you ever tasted peppers before? Which way do you like to eat peppers at home? That sounds great. I like to eat peppers all kinds of different ways. We like to cut them up and just use them for dips when we have a dip or on a plate as part of our snack. I like to cut them up and put them in a salad. I love to cook peppers, and we put them in all kinds of dishes, from pasta to soups and stir fries and curry. And I love to roast peppers too. I wonder if you can think of other ways of trying to eat peppers. There are so many ideas out there. Okay, Rainbow Food Explorers, now it's your turn. Now you've seen how we can explore a red food. I would love to know that you're going to go and try exploring some red foods on your own, with your parents, I think, or whoever's at home to help you. And remember to use all of your senses to become a rainbow food explorer. Use your eyes to look, your fingers to feel, your nose to smell, your mouth to taste, and even your ears to hear. Take your time to explore and look around for all the different foods that you can find that are in the color red. And it would be really great if you can take a picture of your red foods and you're exploring and post it to Instagram. Don't forget to tag us at Rainbow Plate, or you can put it on Facebook, or you can even email us at hello@rainbowplate.com. I would love to see what you do. And if you think of any other great ideas of how you can explore foods and different questions to ask, let me know, because they're all great to share. We're going to come back on Thursday and we're going to keep up our exploring of rainbow foods. We're going to move on in the rainbow, and we're going to move on from red to the next color, orange. I hope you have lots of fun exploring red foods, and don't forget to share your pictures and everything with us. That will be so great. I can't wait to see them. And before we go, let's say the rainbow plate rhyme one more time together. Are you ready? Rainbow plate, tell me the colors that you ate. Amazing. Thank you so much for coming. I'll see you soon. Bye.